So good morning dear students, welcome to our Infinity classes. In this video today we are going to learn about the introduction of integral topic of class 12th mathematics. It is one of the very important topic for the point of your annual examination, that is chapter 7 of class 12. So introduction of integrals we can say. So let us try to understand what is the meaning of integrals or integration we can say. इन डिफरेंशियल ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲಸ್ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ जैसा कि आप हम जानते हैं ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ಡೆರಿವೇಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ದ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ the method of finding the differential coefficient in differential calculus. We have learned the method of in the differential calculus we already learned the method of finding the differential coefficient of a given function. Thus if we write derivative of f of x is equal to what? F of x. It means that we can find when we can find f of x when f of x is given. If f of x is given, we can easily find the what? F of x by doing the differentiation. Now can we find f of x when g of x is given? Yes, we can find. Can we find f of x when g of x is given? Means yes, we can find. So the answer is what? Anti-differentiation we can say. Anti-differentiation is nothing but integration. See here, antiderivative. Yes, the antiderivative is the answer to this question. The antiderivative is the what? Answer to this question, which is the inverse process of differentiation. Antiderivative is the what? Inverse process of differentiation we can say. Antiderivative बोल क्या? It is a reverse process or inverse process. Reverse or inverse process of differentiation. यानी कि differentiation का उल्टा, differentiation ना reverse process or उल्टा नाविल ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು or inverse process is called as what? Antiderivative we can say. Antiderivative is also called as indefinite integral. It is also called as what? Indefinite. Antiderivative is also called as what? Indefinite integral we can say, or antiderivative is also known as primitive. Before differentiating what is the function will be there, that is what? Primitive we can say. Differentiation करने से पहले जो function था उसे क्या बोलते हैं? Primitive बोलते. Sorry, integration करने से पहले, ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ करने से पहले ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ और ಆಂಟಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಿಮಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಪ್ರಿಮಿಟಿವ್. ಎಸ್, ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ definition of integration. Integration is the reverse process. Here integration is the what? Reverse process of differentiation we get. Reverse process of differentiation, or it is also called as what? Antiderivative or primitive. Or it is also called as what? Antiderivative or primitive we can say here. If the derivative of f of x with respect to x is f of x, then integration of f of x with respect to x is what? F of x. If the derivative of f of x with respect to x is what? F of x. And similarly if the derivative of f of x with respect to x is what? F of x, then the integration of this f of x with respect to x is what? Capital F of x. Symbolically we will write this one. Derivative of f of x with respect to x means this is f of x. Now integration of this, symbolically integration of this f of x with respect to x is what? F of x plus c, where c is the what? Constant of integration here. So after integrating we have to add the arbitrary constant, that is c. That c is what? Integration constant we can say here. Next, here note here, very important, there is no need to introduce an arbitrary constant. after calculating the each integral. So after calculating each integral, there will be no need. So integrating करने के बाद में each term or each after calculating the integral, there is no need to introduce an arbitrary constant. Yes, by combining all the arbitrary constant, what we are doing here, we are combining all the arbitrary constant. We are combining all the arbitrary constant. We get a single arbitrary constant they denoted by the letter C, after which is to be added or which is added to the final answer after the integration. So here what actually the meaning is, after integration we have to add the integration constant, that is C. Here we no need to add the no need to introduce the arbitrary constant, no need to introduce the arbitrary constant after calculating the what integral. So we are combining all the integral, all the arbitrary constant, and we are taking the letter C that is to be added after integrating the function, that is integration constant. This C is called as what? Integration constant, constant of integration, constant of integration. C is what? Constant of integration, constant of integration. C is called as what? Arbitrary constant or constant of integration, we can say, that is to be added after integrating the what? Function. So let us see here, if the function, try to understand, if the function f of x, if the function f of x is an antiderivative of f of x, is an antiderivative of f of x. If the function f of x is an antiderivative of f of x, then f of x plus c, this f of x plus c is called the indefinite, is called the indefinite integral of the function. It is called as what? Indefinite integral of the function f of x, and it is denoted by integration of f of x dx. Thus by definition we can say here, by definition we can say here we are writing this one, integration of f of x dx is equal to what? F of x plus c. Here dx means this dx means the function is integrating with respect to x. Here dx means what? The function is to be integrating with respect to x, and this is symbol of integration, it is the elongated of s. Symbol of integration is what? It is the elongated of s, means we are elongating the s, letter s, that is what? Symbol of integration we can say. And this is the what? Integrand, that is to be going to be what? Integrating, that is integrand. And this is c is what? Constant of integration, and this f of x is what? Integral. This f of x is what? Integral we can say. Listen here, dx means symbolically by the definition, so f of x is an antiderivative of f of x, then f of x plus c is called the what? Indefinite integral of the function f of x, and it is denoted by what? Integration of f of x dx. So integration of f of x dx in this here, this is the symbol of integration, it is elongated of s, what? Elongated of s. Next here, elongated of what? S. And this dx means, this dx is nothing but, dx means the function is integrating with respect to x, and this f of x, this f of x is what? Integrand we can say here, and this f of x after integrating we get the what? Integral of the function, that is f of x, and this c is what? Constant of integration we can say. This c is what? Constant of, in this c is what? Constant of integration. So moving to the what? Next. So we can say that after understanding this concept, the process of finding the indefinite integral, the process of finding the indefinite integral of a function is called integration ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳಬಹುದು. The process of finding the indefinite integral of a function, indefinite integral of a function is called integration. The process of finding the indefinite integral of the given function is called as what? Integration we can say here. So symbolically we are writing here, if derivative of, see once again, if derivative of with respect to x. If derivative of f of x with respect to x, you will get the what? F of x. Then integration of f of x with respect to x is what? F of x plus c. F of x plus c. See here, the derivative of f of x. If derivative of f of x is what? This f of x, and its integration, that is antiderivative, is what? Then integration of f of x is what? Capital F of x. So this is derivative. Differentiating we are here. This is anti-differentiation. Anti-differentiation. It means if derivative of f of x is what? F of x, then integration of f of x is what? F of x plus c, where c is the what? Constant of integration, we can say here. Here, try to understand one more time here. Integration of f of x dx is equal to what? F of x plus c. Here f of x, here f of x and dx and f of x and cr. Here f of x means, here f of x means integrand. Here this f of x is called as what? Integrand. Dx means with respect to x, with respect to x, and f of x means what? Integral. Integral. This f of x is what? Integral. Dx means with respect to x. F of x is what? After integrating, we get the what? Integral, and this c is what? Constant of integration. Constant of integration. Constant of integration, we can say here. So this is the what? The things, or the definition of what? Integration, or the process of finding the antiderivative of the function is called as what? Integration, or the reverse process of derivative is what? Integration, we can say here. So next we are going to discuss the standard results or standard formulas of what? Integration. Standard results of formulas, we can say, or formulas. Here integration of dx. So integration of, so we are writing at the same time derivative as well as what? Integration here. So derivative of constant with respect to x is what? 0, and integration of dx is what here? X plus c. Integration of dx is what here? X plus c. Derivative of constant is what? 0 here, and integration of dx is what here? X plus c. And derivative of x raised to n with respect to x is what? Nx raised to n minus 1. And integration of x raised to n with respect to x is what? X raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. X raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. Next, the derivative of e raised to x with respect to x is what? E raised to x. Then integration of e raised to x with respect to x is what? E raised to x plus c. E raised to x plus c. So these are the derivative formulas. Derivative of constant is what? Always 0. And derivative of x raised to n is what? Nx raised to n minus 1. Derivative of e raised to x is what? E raised to x. And integration of dx is what? X plus c. And integration of x raised to n is what? X raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. and integration of e raised to x is what? E raised to x plus c, we can say here. Next, derivative of a raised to x. Derivative of a raised to x with respect to x is what? A raised to x into log a. Derivative of a raised to x with respect to x. Derivative of a raised to x with respect to x is what? A raised to x into log a, whereas integration of a raised to x with respect to x is what? A raised to x divided by log a plus c. A raised to x divided by log a plus c. Derivative of log x. Derivative of log x with respect to x is what? 1 by x. Derivative of log x with respect to x is what? 1 by x. Integration of 1 by log x with respect to x is what? Log x plus c. So here derivative of log x is what? 1 by x, and integration of 1 by x is what? Log x plus c. Derivative of root x with respect to x is what? 1 by 2 root x, and integration of 1 by 2 root x with respect to x is what? Root x plus c. Root x plus c. Root x plus c. Now next one, derivative of sin x with respect to x is what? Cos x. Derivative of cos x with respect to x minus sin x. Derivative of tan x with respect to x is what? Sec square x. Derivative of cot x with respect to x is what? Minus cosec square x. Minus cosec square x. Here derivative of sin is what? Cos. Integration of cos is what? Sin x plus c. Derivative of cos is minus sin x, then integration of sin is what? Minus cos x. So it's a anti-differentiation, we can say here. So derivative of sin is what? Cos x, and integration of cos x is dx is what? Sin x plus c. Derivative of cos is what? Minus sin x, and integration of minus sin x. Integration of sin x dx is what? Minus cos x plus c. Minus cos x plus c. Derivative of tan is what? Sec square x. Integration of sec square x is tan x plus c. Tan x plus c. And derivative of cot x is what? Minus cosec square x. Then integration of cosec square is what? Minus cot x. Cosec square x dx is what? Minus cot x plus c. So this is what the reverse process, we can say here. So if you know the formulas of derivative, you can write easily the formulas of what? Integration. Pause the video and note it down here. Next, derivative of sec x with respect to x. Derivative of cosec x with respect to x. Derivative of sec x into tan x. Derivative of cosec x minus cosec x cot x. Minus cosec x cot x. Now integration of sec x. Integration of sec x tan x with respect to x is what? Sec x plus c. And integration of cosec x cot x minus cosec x plus c. Integration of sec x into tan x is what? Sec x plus c. Integration of cosec x cot x is what? Minus cosec x plus c. Next, pause the video and note it down this one. an integration of tan x, and remember this one, integration of tan x with respect to x is what? Log sec x plus c. Then integration of cosec x dx is what? Log of mod cosec x minus cot x plus c. And integration of cot x with respect to x is log sin x plus c. Log mod sin x plus c. Then integration of sec x, with respect to x, log sec x plus tan x, log sec x plus tan x plus c. So these are the what standard formulas of integrations. So pause the video and note it down and try to remember these all formulas that we are using at the time of evaluating the integrals. Yes, so these are very important formulas, and this is all about the what, the introduction of what, integration, and all the formulas of integration. So remember all the formulas. So in the next video we are going to discuss how to use the formulas. So if still those you have not liked and share, subscribe my channel, so please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching my channel.